It's a new look. It's a new channel. Welcome to Hawaii Mags TV. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Give me a second. Let me just do what I have planned for this channel now. And that is, if you can now hear it, we have a little bit of background music to, chill to whilst we go through the streams. Also need to bring up my ticker, which is right there at the bottom of the screen, and I think that is everything at this time. But yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you are well. I wasn't planning on being up this early, but neighbors woke me up, so I thought, sod it, I'll do the video now. I did record a video last night, but YouTube had a mare and I did about half hour and it just completely vanished. So thanks, YouTube, for that. So we're going to end up doing this whole thing all over again. As you can see, it is a new channel. It is only going to be Newcastle United content. I haven't really been in a creative mood over the past couple of months. I think the pressure of doing every single club in the Premier League was, just a bit too much for me. So I'm going to stick to what I do best, and that's only doing Newcastle United content. So, I don't care who's live when I'm live. I don't care if I'm not getting the views or the follows. I'll just want to put out content for the team that I support and have my say on it. So if you don't like what I have to say, then, respect my opinion and move on. We're all entitled to our opinions. But that out of the way, let's get into the stats that you need to know for tomorrow's game against Union Saint-Gilloise, the club from Belgium in the Champions League. Can you see me? I'm right down in the corner. Hey, right, as you can see on the screen, Union Saint-Gilloise versus Newcastle United. We are a 5:45 kickoff, which is going to be a pain for me because I'm going to have to watch the game whilst working, which is good in a way for me because I'm the boss, so I can actually work whilst having the game. 5:45 kickoff. I would have preferred it to have been at 8 o'clock, but we got to deal with that. The game is being played at Lotto Park. Now, I do believe that Union Saint-Gilloise play at a different stadium because it's not under the name of Lotto Park. I did find out what their other stadium is called, but I can't remember it now because I had it all up last night before I lost everything. The referee that will be taking charge of the game is Urs Schneider. I don't know his nationality. You think Schneider potentially... I don't want to assume nationalities, but I don't know how well or how good he is. So we'll only find that out tomorrow. The game is being broadcasted live, as you can now see on the screen. It will be on TNT Sport 2 if you have that, and also on Discovery Plus in the UK. So you can, you can watch the game live on those two channels. So there's not a great deal to go through, so it will be a quick preview, because there's no head-to-heads that we can look at, no comparisons we can look at, because we've not really played Union Saint-Gilloise before. In the voting as to who everybody thinks will win, lose or draw, we've had 25,118 voters, which that's gone up quite a lot, because it was only 19,000 last night when I first done this. 15% of that 25,000 have gone for a Union Saint-Gilloise win. 26% of the voters have gone for the draw, and 59% of the voters, which includes myself, have gone for a Newcastle United win. Now, if we scroll down a bit here, we've got Lotto Park on the side here, which is played in Brussels in Belgium, as Union Saint-Gilloise are currently top of the Belgium Pro League. Lotto Park has a capacity of 28,063. They have a grass surface. The forecast for tomorrow's game is going to be in the region of 16 degrees centigrade and it's going to be sunny and a bit cloudy. So it should be a decent game, decent temperature. Onto the main image, we have how both teams lined up and their starting 11 in the last game. So for Union, they set up in a 3-4-1-2 formation. For me, I'm seeing that as a 5 at the back, wing back system. So for me, it looks like a 5-2-1-2, possibly, or just a 5-3-2 formation. But whatever, they're going to say it's a 3-4-1-2. But the little numbers that you see above each player is actually their age, so you haven't really got to worry about that unless you want to know how old they are. In goal for Union, you have Sherpen, right wing back, if not right midfielder. Nope, sorry, left back, sorry. Left wing back, if not left midfielder. You have Niang. Centre backs, you have Sykes, Burgess, and McAllister. And then on the right, you have Kalaili. In the central midfield roles, you have Rasmussen, Zorgain, and in the attacking midfield role, you have Schoofs. Up front, you have David and Florux, but Florux, when we get down to it, you will find that he is actually suspended. So if that is their strongest side, they're going to be missing one of their important strikers. How Newcastle lined up against Arsenal in a game I don't want to be discussing. So we won't discuss that because we're only here to discuss the Champions League game. We have Nick Pope in goal. On the left, we had Dan Burn. On the right, we had Tino Livramento. And the two centre-back partnership, we had Sven Botman and Malik Chow. These two, I want personally. I feel they're the best centre-back pairing that we have. And I want these two to continue in that centre-back role going forward. I don't really want to be seeing Dan Burn and Fabian Jarre as the centre-back pairing, because let's face it, they are aging, and I don't like seeing Dan Burn at left back anyway, but he was slow getting back against Arsenal. He was up top a lot, and the left side is very much targeted, so I definitely do not want to see Dan Burn at left back. And I'll tell you my predicted starting lineup for that in a second. Into the midfield three in our 4-3-3 formation, our typical 4-3-3 formation. We have Bruno Guimaraes, who is the captain, Sandro Tonali, and obviously the beast, Joe Linton. And the front three, we have Jacob Murphy on the right wing, Anthony Gordon on the left wing, and Nick Voltemada on the centre forward number 9 role. Managers for each side, we have Eddie Howe, currently 47, and for Union we have a very, very young keeper, only 38 years old, in Sebastian. I apologise if I do butcher this name. Cognoli. So again, I do apologise if I butcher that name. But we have Sebastian, 38, who is at the moment doing a fantastic job with Union. So these are the benches that we use, so we won't really bother going into that at the minute. This is the main one that you need to see, is the injuries and suspension list. As I said a little earlier, their striker Raul Florux is suspended, so he will not feature against Newcastle on Wednesday. I keep looking up there because my camera likes to go up there, but it's here. Also, they have an ankle injury to Mohamed Fusini. He is not back until early October. So other than that, they have a pretty strong side. I don't really know how important Farouk's is, so I can't really say if they're missing a very, very important player. But they are missing the striker that they had in their previous game. For Newcastle United, Valentino Livramento is out. He sustained a knee injury against Arsenal in which he was stretchered off. So there are worrying rumours that it could be an ACL, but we don't know until we get the full verdict on that. Fabian Schär is recovering from a concussion. Jacob Ramsey is recovering from an ankle injury after Sean Longstaff took out his replacement when we played Leeds. And Johan Wissa is still recovering from a knee injury that was suffered on international duty. So Ramsey and Wissa won't be back until after the next international break. This is the worrying thing that I do fear, can you say? Union Saint-Gilloise are currently on a lengthy unbeaten run, and I'll show you that in a second. But in their last 5, as we can see, the team form in the last 5 matches, Union Saint-Gilloise have won their last 5 in a row. Last game being against Westerlo, where they won 2-0. Previous to that, they beat Genk 2-1. Previous to that, they had a fantastic result against PSV Eindhoven in a 3-1 victory. Previous to that, they beat FCV Denda 1-0. And they've also beaten Anderlecht 2-0. So, I mean, Genk, Anderlecht, Club Brugge are like really big sides in Belgium. Well, I think they're the massive sides in Belgium. So they're actually doing brilliantly. So like I said, Sebastian, 38-year-old manager, is doing wonders for Union. In terms of Newcastle's results, we lost to Arsenal recently on Sunday. We did beat Bradford 4-1 in the Carabao Cup to kick off our title defence. We drew with Bournemouth 0-0. We lost to Barcelona in our Champions League first game. And we beat Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League 1-0. Our performances haven't been good. We have seemed to have, since the start of the season, we've been more of a defensive-like playing side, and it's not what we want. We're playing in a 4-3-3 formation, which should be more attacking. Why are we not attacking? This is what concerns me the most. We're not performing at all in the league. We find ourselves in 15th place out of 20 in the Premier League, and that's worrying. Even though we've not played that many games, but it is worrying to start off the league like that. But yeah, as I said, they're 5-game winning streak there. I think it could be even more than that, because if we scroll right down here to the insights, Union Saint-Gilloise have not lost in 10 matches. They could be on a 10-match winning streak. They could be on a just 10-game unbeaten streak. I don't know. Can I actually look at the team's results? Yeah, there we go. In the Belgium Pro League, Union Saint-Gilloise played 9, won 7, drawn 2. So they've won 7 out of their 9 opening games of the league. The 10th one is the victory over PSV in the Champions League. So they are doing amazing. They have a plus 15 goal difference already, and that's more. That's 10 more than Club Brugge in second place, who they play each other next in the league. So it's first versus second, and they've already got a 6-point gap already in the Pro League, and that could move to a 9-point gap within 10 games. That is, I'm worried about this game, you know. The season stats so far show that David isn't really performing as much as the rest of the side, but he does have 4 goals for the season. So does Farouk's. He also has 4 goals, so he could, and 2 assists. So he could actually be an important player for them, and he will be missing. Kind of does potentially give us a chance. Is he the top? Are those 2 the top goal scorers for the? Yeah, they are. The Shufs has 3, Niang has 1, Zorgain has 1, and Kalaili also has 1. And Sykes has 1 as well. Assists, you got 2 for Farouk's, 2 for Zilgain, 2 for Burgess, 1 for Niang. So they're a beatable side. They are a beatable side, but their form says differently. They beat PSV, also says differently. Who knows? If we take a quick look at Newcastle, you will see we are right down here in 15th place in the Premier League. 6 games played, 1 win, 3 draws, 2 defeats. Not a very good start. Our next game is against Nottingham Forest on Sunday, and Forest currently sit in 17th place. That is a very much must-win game, but we won't go into that. We'll do the preview on that on Thursday, Friday, possibly. As you can see, the stats, we've only got 4 out of the 11 that are really performing. I think a bit mean there to Malik Chow. I think he had a fantastic game against Arsenal. So I'll probably put him in the 7 range. But, that's worrying, you know. I mean, that is very, very worrying to see all these orange numbers and only 4 players are in the green. Okay, so next up we're going to take a look at the top goal scorers. I know Union Saint-Gilloise have obviously 3 goals because they scored 3 against PSV, but their highest rated player who also scored, they've chosen him as the top goal scorer, which was their centre-back, McAllister, who has 1 goal. He has a 8.17 rating, so he is definitely a defender to keep an eye on. His XG is 0.94. He has no assists, and he's only played the 1 game, which everyone's only just played the 1 game at the minute. For Newcastle, we have Anthony Gordon. He only has a rating of 7.36. Scored the 1 goal, which was the only goal that we scored against Barcelona. He has an XG of only 0.30, which is shocking considering he's a winger and McAllister's only a defender, and McAllister's got a much better rating than Gordon. No assists and the 1 match played. If we now take a quick look at the Champions League table, out of the 36 sides that are in the league, the ones highlighted in green on the side, as you can see here, ones highlighted in green are the ones that automatically go through to the round of 16. The ones in blue are the ones that have to go into the round of 16 playoffs. And the ones outside of the colours, so it goes up to 24. So the ones outside the 24 places are knocked out. Basically, that's what you can really. That's all you can really say about that. So if we look at the league in the minute, in first place we have Eintracht Frankfurt. Second, Paris or PSG. Third, Club Brugge, obviously another club in Belgium, and second in the Pro League. Fourth, Sporting Lisbon. Fifth, our opponents, Union Saint-Gilloise. Sixth, Bayern Munich. Seventh, Arsenal. And 8th, Inter. As it stands, those 8 clubs are the ones going through to the round of 16. As it stands for having to go through the playoffs, we have Man City in 9th, Karabag in 10th, Liverpool 11th, Barcelona 12th, Real Madrid 13th, Tottenham Hotspur 14th, Borussia Dortmund 15th, Juventus 16th, Bayer Leverkusen 17th, Bodo Glimt 18th, Copenhagen 19th, Slavia Prague 20th, Olympiacos 21st, Paphos in 22nd, Atletico Madrid 23rd, and Benfica in 24th. Those are the clubs that are currently in the playoff places. And then finally, the clubs that are in the you're out places is Marseille in 25th, Newcastle United in 26th, Villarreal in 27th, Chelsea 28th, PSV Eindhoven in 29th, Ajax in 30th, Athletic Club in 31st, Napoli in 32nd, Kairat Almaty in 33rd, Monaco in 34th, Galatasaray in 35th, and Atlanta, surprisingly, are rock bottom of the league in 36th place. So we will quickly have a look at all the matches that will be played in round 2 before we make the prediction for the game. So we want tomorrow. We have. So actually, I think there's games being played. There is games being played today. Sorry. So from today, their games are Atlanta play Club Brugge. Kairat Almaty play Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid play Eintracht Frankfurt. Bodo Glimt play Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea play Benfica. Jose Mourinho returning back to Stamford Bridge. Galatasaray take on Liverpool. Inter take on Slavia Prague. Marseille take on Ajax, and Paphos take on Bayern Munich. Those are today's matches. If I was to choose a match to watch today, my selection would be... I'm looking more at the Atletico Madrid versus Eintracht Frankfurt. I think that would be the game for me to watch, and my selection probably to you guys. Possibly give a watch tonight. Benfica Chelsea could be interesting. I don't really see much happening in that game. But yeah, I think Atletico Frankfurt should be the match of the day. Or I would say Atlanta Bruges, but considering Atlanta are rock bottom, yeah, I'll go Atletico Frankfurt as my match for today to watch. If we go into tomorrow's games, we have Karabag versus Copenhagen, Union Saint-Gilloise versus Newcastle United, Arsenal versus Olympiacos, Barcelona versus PSG. Straight away, I am telling you that this is definitely the game to watch on the night for tomorrow. That is going to be a huge game, Barcelona versus PSG. Obviously watch the Newcastle game first, and then switch over to that. But that is going to be definitely the game to watch for tomorrow night. By Leverkusen take on PSV Eindhoven. Borussia Dortmund take on Athletic Club. Monaco take on Manchester City. Napoli, and finally Villa play Juventus. Villarreal Juventus could be a decent game. But I believe Barca PSG would be the one that everyone's going to be talking about. So that is pretty much the preview done, because there's not really much else to say. Like I said, there's no head-to-heads because we haven't played them before. So you've seen who the ref is, you've seen where we're playing, you've seen what time we're live, what channel we're going to be shown on. basic stats like the top goal scorer, who the potential lineups would be. Oh, yes, my lineup. Sorry. I would keep this lineup, but I would remove Tino Livramento, obviously because he's got a knee injury, and I would remove Dan Burn. Other than that, I keep this lineup. At right back, I will put Kieran Trippier, and at left back, I'll put Lewis Hall. Chow and Botman have to stay there for me personally. Pope, Eddie's not going to change that, so I think Pope stays in goal. Midfield three stay exactly the same. Front three stay exactly the same. Personally, in my opinion, I've not been impressed with Elanga. I think we've been done out of that deal. Elanga has not impressed me at all, apart from the Barcelona game where he was wrongly substituted off, I feel personally. But apart from the Barcelona game where Elanga was amazing, I'll give him that. He was amazing. Definitely the man of the match against Barcelona. Other than that, he's not really done anything in the league. I've not been impressed with him at all. So ideally, I'll keep Murphy in. Murphy's already got assists. Nick Valtemada, he obviously has to start because he's our only striker at the minute. You've also got Will Asula, who is currently the team's top goal scorer. Like it or not, he is actually the team's top goal scorer with 3 goals. And Anthony Gordon has to be on the left, even though he's not really been performing well, but neither is Harvey Barnes, so you've got to have someone there, so I probably would keep Gordon there. So yeah, I'd keep that side. The only 2 changes would be the left and right back for Kieran Trippier and Lewis Hall. So do you agree? I mean, leave your comments below. If you're not watching this live, who do you think the lineup would be? Would you change anyone else? I mean, personally, I probably would go for give Ramsdale a run out, but I don't see Eddie changing that. If we stick Dan Burn on the left, then it's going to be a long game. It's going to be a very long game. I don't like him being as left back. He is too slow. And as we saw against Arsenal, the left side will be targeted a lot. But yeah, leave your comments down below what you think that the lineup will be. Will we go in a 4-3-3 or will we go to that dreaded, horrible defensive 5 at the back? So we now go on to predictions. I'm going to give you a win prediction, a loss prediction, and a draw prediction. I have voted, you can't actually see that I voted, but I did vote for the win. So I am leaning towards the win before anyone wants to say anything. I'm going to say win. I'm going to stay confident and say we're going to get a win. But I like to give a prediction on what I think would happen if we was to lose, if we was to draw, if we was to win. I don't want to just give a straight answer. If we was to win, I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory. It's 3-1. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 victory. If we're to draw, I'm going to go 1-1. And if Union Saint-Gilloise keep their unbeaten form going and play fantastically, plus they have home advantage as well, if we was to lose, I will say it would be a 2-1 defeat. But I am leaning towards that 3-1 victory. So I'm going to go 3-1 win. Again, leave your score predictions down below. I know many don't like making predictions for whichever result happens. They want to come out with just a the one result, but if you can, give me your win prediction, your draw prediction, and your loss prediction. I'd like to see what you think would happen if either result came through. But yeah, that's what everything is gonna go for today. So if we jump back into the main screen, here we go. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I know it's an early one, so I'm not expecting a great deal. Welcome to the new channel. We're gonna just have quick previews. We'll try and get some reviews in if we can. We'll try and bring on a few guests if we can as well. But as it stands, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the new look. Obviously, I hope that side, there we go, the new logo. It's so early, I just want to go back to bed. The ambience in the background. I think it's a nice touch. Plus, it ain't gonna get strike either. Yeah, do leave a thumbs up on the video if you can. It really mean a lot. Do subscribe as well if you are new. It also means a lot. We'll do better content when I can wake up, and hope also watching the stream back on YouTube, so hopefully this does go on there now. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from me in the future. Share around, bring everyone over. Let's have a chat, let's have some fun. Let's rage together, let's celebrate together. Everything Newcastle United related. So yeah, I will do a Nottingham Forest preview on Thursday or Friday. If you're following me on X, then you'll know there when we're going to go live and do the Forest preview. I'm thinking Thursday, Friday. I haven't made up my mind yet. But if you follow me on X at AwayMagsTV, then I'll drop you a follow back, and you'll know then when I'm going to do the next preview. So have a great rest of the day. Take care. I will play the intro again just to play me out, because I have no outro just yet. I still need to make that. But yeah, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will catch you in, or leave your comments down below, and I will catch you in the next preview. Maybe a review, or we can review the game when we do the preview. Who knows? Anything can happen. Other than that, again, take care, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.